All right, welcome to my channel. My name is Jeff, and today we're going to go over some items that sold over the weekend. Overall, I would say still slower sales, still not anywhere what I'm accustomed to. I will say that. I'm going to start off with this is something like this is my ideal sell. Sold some UGG cleaner conditioner shoe renew. These sold for 38 bucks. They took a little bit of time. They're brand new. Yeah. I'm probably all in for like $2 or $3. Great profit margin on these. They did take some time, but that's my business model. Like I'm not concerned about with sell-through rates. I just list stuff and I wait for. I got over 8,000 listings. Before things really have slowed down recently, like I was close to averaging 10 sales a day. I would wake up, I would have 2, 3, 4 sales overnight. Rest of the day, anywhere between 4 and 6 sales. But things are just. And I'm sticking to blaming it on promoted listings, but I'm not ready to do more than 2%. I know that there's some YouTubers out there and resellers out there who believe that 10, 15% is what you've got to do in this environment, but I just, as of right now, I'm firmly against rewarding bad behavior, in my opinion, and I think what eBay is doing is bad behavior. To be honest with you, a lot of my items, not all, but I have a lot of pretty unique items. So I just don't think it's. I haven't been keeping track of my promoted versus organic sales. I think it's normally 80-20. I think out of every 10, there's maybe 2 or 3 that are promoted listings. I should start keeping track of that. But Batman book sold for 15. This is a trade paperback, so this is a collection of issues. I think I accepted an offer on this one. I can't remember. I had like 4 offers yesterday that came in. I think 4 that I countered. Or maybe, yeah, I think I had 4 offers on top of the other offers that I accepted. I am not just an automatic accept offer kind of guy, especially when offers are coming in 50% below what my starting price is. That's not fact. All my items are almost always on sale. I run various sales. And when someone comes in 50%, I am countering. I know a lot of people, a lot of sellers, they'll just essentially accept anything. And I think that is another behavior that I think is conditioning buyers to just think that they can just offer whatever and that their offers are going to get accepted. So many times, I've shot back a counter, they've declined, and then down the road it sells. Sometimes what I do, and I maybe I don't do this as much now, and maybe this was more dependent on the comic market. I would, when somebody would shoot me an offer, and then I shot a counter back, and then they declined it. Sometimes I would take away the sale on that item and then actually bump the price up more. And I've actually had sales. Sometimes I would end the listing and sell similar if it had been a while, and it would sell for more. It's weird. This is a bizarre world that we live in, resellers. Comic, it's like, wait, I can't remember if I showed this already. I might have already shown this already, because I was gonna go to the post office the other day and I ended up not. So yeah, this sold for 10, but I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure I showed. I might have even shown that Batman again. This one I know I didn't sell. This is two comic books, 2 Amazing Spider-Man comic books. This is part of the Maximum Carnage It's like a 14-part miniseries. This was a funny counter back and forth. I think I had it listed for 38. He made an offer for 20. I checked some sales, and it seems like the 378 issue was selling for like 20 bucks on its own. So I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. So I shot him back a counter at 27.5, which is essentially the lowest in my mind I thought I was going to do. He shot back at 22.5. Or no, he did the classic, which I don't really understand why buyers do this. He shot back an oddball offer, so like my shipping on this was $5.97, so he shot back $23.03, trying to like being like, how about we make it an even 30, as if we're dealing in cash and it's just easier for him to give me $30. Like, I always find that completely ridiculous. Like, arbitrary round numbers mean nothing to me, like especially when you're paying with credit or PayPal. So I thought to myself, okay, 25. Shot back 25, he accepted. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, if he does it any less, I'm just gonna decline it, because I actually think these would sell. They're like, I assigned a specific grade to these particular issues. Like I feel comfortable grading comics. And these are really high grade books, so probably sold it too cheap, but oh well. Okay, the other day I sold a comic for like $2.30 or something like that, and I said this is the worst sale that I've had in a long time. Well, I have a new worst sale. This is just like, this is not even really even worth my time. I didn't even know this was still listed. So my daughter had some old Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like they're well used. They're well used, and I don't know anything about this market. So I was just like, I'm not going to put a price on these because they're well used. But I believe they're from the first edition. I don't know what it's called. First series. I mean, I literally just put them up for 99 cents with the appropriate shipping to where I would actually make maybe just a tiny bit of money on the shipping. But yeah, these sold for 99 cents. I mean, it's just like, ugh, not even worth my time. One that is worth my time, and this was a nice sale, was this jersey. Golden State Warriors, number 5, Davis. Picked this up at a thrift store for like $7. And it sold for 80. I sent an offer out. I mean, honestly, to be honest, stuff like this makes me nervous. Why does it make me nervous? Well, I mean, I checked it out. I looked at the tags. I looked at everything. It looks authentic to me. But I mean, when you're buying it secondhand, I mean, you just don't know. And I'm just so paranoid about selling anything that's counterfeit. But I mean, it looks authentic to me. So yeah, so that sold for 80, and that sold pretty quick. And I kind of knew that it would. When I don't know anything about basketball jerseys or like what's collectible. So when I was looking up the comp on this, it looked like it was going to go between, 80 might have been the lower end. I thought maybe it could even go for maybe a 100 or 110. But then I believe the same year that came out, Curry's came out as well. And that one is super expensive, like $300-400. Let's see here. A manga sold. This was one. I do well with a lot of different manga. A lot of people kind of like. I know a lot of comic retailers around here. They kind of poo-poo manga. They think it's not really a good seller, but there's some really valuable mangas if you know what you're looking for. I had bought a lot of buttons. I bought like 2,000 buttons, and I made a lot of like gender equality, activist buttons. I mean, this is a really cool lot. These sold for $45. easy to ship. Yeah, out of that 2,000 long of buttons, maybe like 700-800 of them were just complete junk. Like some of them didn't even have the backs. And yeah, it took me, I remember one night I got started and I was just like, I had like two piles, the good pile and the bad pile, and it took me until like 4 in the morning to I just wanted to get them all like classified as to sellable and junk. And another comic sold for $7. This manga, this was one where I think it was listed for like 20-ish, and he came in with an offer at like 12, and I think I countered at 15. So the Rocky poster that I had picked up that I showed in a haul video a while back, I don't know, a while, maybe 3-4 weeks ago. It was like, I believe it was an authentic poster from the 80s. Somebody came in with an offer at 30. I think I have it listed for 50 or maybe 50 and change. I countered at, I think, 37.50, and he declined. I think it'll sell for more than 30. Lots of times when I get an offer for something, there's so many factors to determine for me as to whether I'm going to accept, counter, or just sometimes outright decline. I don't normally decline, but I do decline this. I can't stand it when you send an offer. So this happened to me yesterday. I had a comic for like 17, and the guy made an offer for 10. I countered at 12.5 because that was kind of my mind. It was a Futurama book. Now Futurama, good sellers, really good sellers. And then he counters at his original asking price. It's like, okay, if you're gonna like be so firm and it might have even been 21 on sale. So like in my mind, I'm like, you're offering less than 50%, more than 50% of what my original asking price is. I don't overprice my stuff like that. Okay, so yeah, so everything. So I have one local sale though. It hasn't. I haven't collected the money for it yet because I listed it last night. Like I woke up like 4 in the morning for a drink of water. I'm like, I'm just gonna list a few things because I was feeling like wide awake. Now, if any of you know anything about something like this, let me know. Bought this Saturday at a thrift store, and I listed it last night on Marketplace, and immediately I get a response, and this guy wants to buy it. Now, I don't know anything about it, except it's, I believe, St. Christopher Slays the Dragon. It's a piece of wood. So basically, and then on the back, it says handmade Krakow, which is in Poland. And then I don't know if Cena is like what, I don't know if that's price or if it's currency, or it says 600. So basically this, I've got essentially an offer for $175 for this, and I'm going to deliver it to him on Thursday. But I mean, he literally responded within 30 or 40 minutes, maybe even sooner than that, of me posting it. So I'm just wondering if I'm selling it too cheap. It does have a little bit of damage there. Could be fixable-ish. You know, you just get a little red. But it's pretty cool. Pretty cool graphics. Yeah, if anybody knows or has any idea the value of something like this, let me know. But you know, I'm happy to sell to him for $175 and deliver it to him. So other than that, oh, I think I was talking about a perfect sale. It's like, to me, this is a perfect sale because, you know, I'm making more than 10 times my profit on it. Super easy to ship. It's actually going to California, so it's staying in the same time zone. It's just, it was easy to find. Like I've been working on my inventory cleanup, because for years I was just putting stuff in different groups in my storage area. comics are in boxes, clothing is here, blah, blah, blah. So I've recently been going to a different inventory system, and it's really going to take years for it to get to where everything is in this new system. I've just started it, so it's like everything I currently list, I'm putting in these boxes with SKU numbers. Meanwhile, I'm trying to like sell the stuff that isn't in the new inventory system eventually. You know, and I'm sure like there's so many things that have probably like, I find so many mistakes on my store, it isn't even funny. Like sometimes my pictures are wrong. Sometimes I think I do everything wrong, but I still make money because just the sheer volume of what I have. But other than that, guys, that's my weekend sales. It's not well, maybe since Saturday, not that great, but yeah, just plugging along. Hopefully your guys' sales are doing better. Take care and we'll talk soon.